So today I'm going to review two things that we learned about before we left school, which were writing equations in standard form and writing equations of special lines for parallel and perpendicular lines. So in that little bubble at the top, you see kind of the three key features that we reviewed whenever with standard form. X and Y are on the same side. A, B, and C must be whole numbers, and the A number or the number in front of X should be positive. And so I'll keep it up there as we work our way through. For these first three, all I'm asking you to do, we're going to write the equation in standard form. So we're looking for those three bullet points. So on that first one here, we can see X and Y are not on the same side. One of the things I would notice is that because the number in front of X at 6 is already positive, I'm actually going to move the Y over to the right side. So I'm going to have 0 equals 6x. I'm going to tuck that y in next to the x, and then I have the plus 11. Since I have x and y on the same side now, I need to move the 11 to the other side. So to move it over, I have to undo a plus 11 by subtracting. And I have negative 11 equals 6x minus y. And there is my standard form. It meets all three of the characteristics, x and y on the same side, all whole numbers, and the a value is positive. Now keep in mind, we can also write, we know another way to write that would be to write the 6x minus y on the left side and the negative 11 on the right side of the equal sign. That is the same thing. Either one works. For number two, I'm going to start by getting x and y on the same side. So to move the negative 2/3 x to this, I'm going to add 2/3 x. So I have 2/3 x plus y equals negative 5. Right? Don't forget that negative sign when you bring it down. Now, I have x and y on the same side, but now I need to make all the numbers whole numbers. Right now, we can see that this fraction is something we don't want here. So in order to get rid of that fraction, we know that we multiply by the denominator. So I'm going to multiply the entire equation by 3. 3 times 2/3 x is 2x. 3 times y is 3y. And 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. And there's my standard form. X and y on the same side, all whole numbers. And remember that when you do multiply the equation by something, you have to multiply all terms by that number. And then on our last one, you'll notice this is going to be the most challenging of the three because now we don't already have the equation in slope-intercept form like we had in the first two. So the first thing we're going to do is write the equation in slope-intercept form. So we want to write it in mx plus b form first, and then we're going to go through and take that answer and rewrite it in standard form. So we know when we write in slope-intercept form, we're going to plug in what we know here. Our m, or our slope, is negative 2. The ordered pair is our x and our y value, excuse me. And I can solve for b. So I have 3 equals negative 2 times negative 6 is 12 plus b. To get b alone, I'm going to subtract the 12 to move it over. So my b value is negative 9. And then my equation in slope-intercept form, which is where I'm going to start, is y equals negative 2x minus 9. Okay. Now that's great for slope-intercept form, but remember the directions tell us that we want standard form. So I have to get x and y on the same side. In order to do that, I'll add the 2x over. So now I have 2x plus y equals negative 9. And now I've met all the characteristics of standard form. So that's our standard form. Again, those three key features. You'll see them on your notes. You'll see them on the practice sheet, those three kind of key features. The other thing that I'm going to be reviewing today is our special types of lines, parallel lines and perpendicular lines. And again, we talked about this in class, but you can see it here at the top. The key features, parallel lines have the same slope and perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. And I wrote what that means. We know what that means from class. Right, so the first equation says it's parallel to negative 4x plus 3 and goes through the point 5, negative 2. So we know we always like to find our slope first. When we know parallel lines from up here have the same slope, okay? So because parallel lines have the same slope, since the slope of this line is negative 4, the slope of our line is going to be negative 4. Right? Then when I go to my slope-intercept form, My slope, or my m, is -4. We know this order pairs our x and our y. So 5 goes in for x, -2 goes in for y. And now I'm just going to solve for b like we have all last week, all the rest of this unit. So we get -20 plus b. Add 20 to both sides. B is 18. So my equation is y equals -4x plus 18. And then my final example here, it says that we're perpendicular to y equals 2x minus 5, and we pass to the point -4, 8. Right? So again, because we're perpendicular, we're going to look up here. We know perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. Remember, opposite means change the sign, reciprocal means flip the fraction. So the slope of the given line was 2. Right? That means the slope of our line has to be the opposite reciprocal of that. All right, so we have the opposite reciprocal. That would be -1/2. 2 is over 1. And again, when we go to slope-intercept form, we're going to do the same thing now that we've done a bunch of times. Our slope is -1/2, right? Our x value is -4, right? Our y value is 8. We're going to solve that 8 is equal to -1/2 times -4 is +2 plus b. Subtract 2 from both sides. So b equals 6. And so my equation then, right, is y equals -1/2 x plus 6. Right? So that's our review of, again, parallel and perpendicular. Key features you need are just those 2 bullet points: parallel lines, same slope; perpendicular lines, opposite reciprocal. So hopefully you'll be able to complete your practice work after watching this review video.